Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel, and we are here today to build the Storm SRD91. You can see here the pack that they sent me. I already opened this up, but I'm going to open again for you to see the pieces. This is the main plate of the frame. Okay, we should have also around here these parts of the frame. It goes on top. I will show you later. We have also some screws and a little pair of standoffs. We have here the motors, 7mm motors, okay, 6 of them, and also this little 3D printed part to place the motors into the frame, okay, to secure the motors. Is this kind of 3D printed part that a bit flexible, okay. So some zip ties, propellers, husband propellers, 2 batteries. You can see here, 1S battery, 380 milliamps, 25C, a LED strip, but I think I'm not going to use this because it will add a lot of weight, so I think I'm not going to use it. Some little rubber bands to secure our battery, the cable to charge our batteries, a little tool, some double-sided tape and a piece of foam. This is the little FR Sky receiver with S-Bus. This is the little F3 flight controller. I don't know if it will focus. F3 Evo brush flight controller. Okay, where you can see, I don't know if you can see here, this is the motors pads, okay, those 4, motor 4, motor 3, and this is motor 2 and motor 1, and these are the pads for your battery lead, and those are UARTs, and these 3 little pins are for DSM satellite receiver, I think. So I'm going to use the UART3 right here to solder the cables of the receiver, okay. Some cables with the battery connector that we are going to use, more tools, and the little FX 798 T camera, okay, with this little linear antenna, okay. So I also have here the SRD91 that they sent me a while ago. All the parts are identically except of the flight controller. You can see here the flight controller is bigger and here is smaller, but the rest of the components are the same except of the frame, okay. The same receiver, the same 7mm motors, the same camera, BTX, everything. So when they sent me this drone, they also sent me a pack of these 8mm motors, okay, and also these little protectors, okay, to protect the propellers. The problem is that with these 7mm motors you can't use this protector because it's too big, okay. So I'm planning to use these bigger 8mm motors on this frame, okay. I think those motors will be better because they are lighter, and I think they will be more efficient because they are also smaller. I don't know, but that's what I think, because here I'm having like 6 to 7 minutes of flight time with those batteries, 380 milliamps battery, so that's a huge flight time, okay. But I want to be able to use this little piece to protect my propellers, so I'm going to use these 8mm motors, okay. If you buy this frame or this kit in Helipal, it will come with 7mm motors, okay. You can also replace when your motors are dead after a lot of flying, when they lose power, you can also replace the motor with the 8mm ones if you want, okay. I will tell you later after I fly with both of them which one I like the most, okay. The problem is with these bigger motors, this little 3D printed part won't fit, okay. So I'm planning to put a little of double side tape, the same tape that we are using to soft mounting our motors these days, okay. This flexible material, so I will show you later. Okay, so let's start to build the drone. The first part that I'm going to mount are the motors. I'm going to twist first the cables a bit like this, and as I told you, I'm going to use 8mm motors, not the 7mm ones, so we need a new way to mount the motors to the frame. So I'm going to cut a bit of this tape, okay. This is a double side tape, a bit flexible, okay. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to only do this in one motor for you to see, okay. And because we want to be able to put this protector on the motor, okay, we don't want to cover the top part of the motor, okay. So we are going to put this in the middle, more or less, okay. And we are going to take off this plastic. So we need to press a bit on the top, and now we can, okay, let me see, right, we can slowly introduce I want this to be more or less on the middle. Let's see. So we already mounted all the motors, and cut the wires to the right length, and also we stripped the wires. Okay, so now let's going to solder them to the flight controller. I'm going to pass the wires from the bottom like this, to solder them from the bottom. Okay, if you have your flight controller like this is the front, this is the back, and the motor in the front left should have the wires blue and red, the same as the motor 1, which is here. Okay, these are the motors 4 and 1, and the motor 2 and 3 should have the wires black and white. Okay, so we have here our soldering station. So we are going to take a bit of double side tape as before to mount the motors. Okay. Okay, that's it. Have here our battery lid. Perfect. So this part right here is the negative, this one is the positive, and this one is where I want to solder the S-bus signal, because it's the RX of the UART3. So now we need to solder our camera to the pads of the battery lid, okay? So So I decided that the best way to mount the camera is to tape it to the size of the top of the frame. how it works. Now we can put the top of the frames in the right place. So here we have our SRD91 micro racer drone. It's a bit tricky to mount the top plates, but well, apart from that, it's easy. So I'm going to put the propellers on. Well, I want to put first the protectors. Now you can put the rubber band around these little pieces, and you can mount here your battery. Okay. So yeah, that's nice. So here we have our SRD91 finished. So I'm going to upload some flight videos of this little drone very soon, and I'm going to share my thoughts about it. I'm going to show you the difference with the SRD101. You can see the size is pretty close, okay? They are almost the same size. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video also, and you can also follow my Instagram account. Thank you for everything, and see you next time.